Good day, viewers. You are welcome back to Tindanious Math Tutorials. I'm very delighted to meet you once again on this channel. Viewers, we are still considering calculus, okay? Calculus is very broad. My target is to work out for or consider full tutorials on ordinary differential equations and multivariable calculus or calculus with several variables. All right, but before I get there, I want you to appreciate and understand the basics of calculus to the core before I get to differential equations. Then we take it from there. So if you are new here, go to my playlist. You will see functions, you will see complex numbers, you will see factorial concepts, you will see permutations, and lastly, you will see what? Calculus. I have about 90 something videos there. Click on calculus, you scroll down, okay? So you start watching the videos from the bottom part of the calculus playlist so that you'll be able to understand things in order. Today, we are going to consider a very simple topic known as parametric equations. All right, so when you say an equation, any statement that involves the equal to sign is what? It's an equation. So that means we'll be having a function, all right, expressed in certain variables. All right, okay, so now viewers, you see, for functions, all right, we say let y represent a function this way. Let's say f of what? F of x. So you see, we normally work with these ordinary equations, right? Good. But for parametric equations, okay, the concept is slightly different, all right? So the concept of parametric equation is, it is any form of equation that helps us to, describe the behavior of a curve using a third variable called parameter. So we usually denote the parameter with the letter t. All right. So this is the ordinary equations we know. Now for parametric equation, what you do is you introduce a third parameter called t. So for example, so I'll be having, let's say, x, which is expressed in a function of t. So let's say f of t this way. Then you have another function, say y, which is also equal to, let's say, j of what? Of t. So you realize that you have a function depending on a certain variable t, and you have another function depending on the same what? Variable. Viewers, in the future, I'll introduce to you dependent variable and independent variable. All right. So for now, just permit me to be using t and t. All right. So in differential equations, I will just introduce you to so many terminologies there. So viewers, so you realize that in short or in summary, this x, okay, is dependent on what? On t, as well as the function y, also dependent on what? On t. So when you have an equation of this nature, we call it what? Parametric what? Equation. So you see, they are what? Different from the other equations we know. All right, good. So viewers, so this t could denote time. All right. So viewers, this is the whole concept behind the parametric what? Equations. Okay. So as we move forward, I'll give you the practical applications of parametric equations so that you'll be able to appreciate the topic very well. Now viewers, now let us see how we can convert, okay, let's say parametric equations in this form into the ordinary equations. What do I mean by ordinary equations? The ordinary equations are just the equations of this type. You see, we've been working with these equations normally, right? So those are the ordinary equations I'm talking about. Is that also Good. So in other words, this equation is known as the Cartesian equation, and this is known as what? The parametric what? Equation. So this is what? The parametric what? Equation, and this is what? The Cartesian what? Okay, so viewers, when we are being given, let's say, a parametric equation in this form, and we are being asked to convert or transform a parametric equation into the Cartesian form, what are we supposed to do? Let us tackle that session for today. Okay, so viewers, now let's see how we can convert parametric equation into Cartesian equation. What did we say parametric equations are? So we said when you have x and y, okay, expressed in a function of t, then that equation is what? Is parametric. In other words, they are expressed in a single variable. Okay, the same what? Variable. X is depending on t, at the same time y is also depending on that same variable. That is parametric, alright? So in the ordinary or the Cartesian equation, we don't have functions of this nature. Right? Good. So what we do is, this is very, very simple, okay? So you can make t the subject in any of the equations. So you can label this as equation 1 and equation what? And equation 2. So let me do that, okay? So we say that, okay, let x equals the expression 2t plus 1, okay, be your equation 1. And you have the y, which is equal to t minus 3 being equal to what? Your equation 2. Alright, so you can either make t the subject from 1 or t the subject from 2. So looking at 1 and 2, 2 is very easier to work with, right? So we can say that, okay, so from our equation 2, we can straight away make t the subject. So when I make t the subject, I'll transpose negative 3 to the other side to become positive 3. So I'm having t is equal to what? Y, then plus what? Then plus 3. As simple as that. So you can label this as what? As your equation 3. Right? So what do? You now substitute this t into equation 1. So you say what? Put or substitute what? T into what? Into equation 1. So what do we have? From equation 1, we have what? X is equal to 2. And remember, 2 is multiplying t. But remember, we also have t to be equal to what? Y plus 3, right? Then plus what? Plus 1. So therefore, we have x is equal to 2 by this is what? 2y plus what? Plus 6 plus 1. So therefore, x is equal to 2y plus what? Plus 7. As simple as that. So viewers, so you see at the end of the day, t isn't there again, right? So this is what? Cartesian equation. So someone would say, okay, sir, you decided to make x the subject. Can I also make y the subject? Yes. So you either have it in this form or that is making y the subject. You have what? X, then you transpose this. You have negative 7, which is equal to what? 2 what? Y. Divide here by 2, here by what? By 2. This cancels this. So therefore we have what? Y to be equal to what? The expression x minus 7 over what? Over 2. As simple as that. So viewers, this is how you can convert parametric equation into Cartesian form. Alright, so let's use the same concept to establish the equation of a circle. Now, the equation of a circle, okay, can be parametrically represented as this. So you have your x, okay, being equal to r, okay, then cos t, because it is a parametric equation. You know why I brought the t, right? and y is also equal to what? R, then sine what? Then sine t. Remember I said circle can be parametrically represented as this, x and y, but x is a function of t and y is also a function of t, as simple as that. So now let us consider a unit circle, any circle with a radius, okay, the radius being equal to 1. If the radius has a magnitude of 1, then it is a unit circle. So when you consider, for a unit, circle, okay, your radius, which is r, goes to 1, right? Okay, so viewers, so having said r is equal to 1, so what you do is now our x, which is equal to, what do you have? 1 times cos t is the same as my cos t. So I have what? Cos t, and y also becomes what? 1 times sine t, which is the same as what? Sine what? Sine t. So remember from our basic trigonometry, the Pythagorean identities, we said that if you have cos squared what? X plus what? Sine squared x, this result gives you 1. We already know this thing, right? Now remember, we are now doing parametric, right? So our function should be expressed in terms of t, not x. So as a result of that, I will change the x to t, right? So t and t what? This way. So now, let us do our substitution over here. So viewers, now what is cos t? Cos t is x, right? So I have it this way, x. And remember, they are squaring. So this is what this has been squared. That's the reason why we can see 2 here, the squared. So I also square this, then plus. I have sine t. So sine t is what? It's my y. This is my y. And remember, it has been squared. So I have it this way, which is equal to what? 1. So therefore, this is what? This is what? This is the equation of what? Of a circle. So viewers, so have you seen how important parametric equation is? Right? So we can use parametric equation to help us even understand motion of bodies. That is one. This same parametric equation can also help us to understand the position of an object or a body. Okay, so this parametric equation can also help us to time a body, right? So the position and even the time of what? Of a moving what? Body. This one can also even help us to determine the speed of what? Of a body. Example, the speed and the direction of the robot arm, right? So viewers, permit me to talk about the applications in my subsequent videos. I'll keep you posted. Bye.